Good morning, HEMA Hive Mind. It's April 29th, almost the last day of April, and here I am, finally getting to the April video challenge. But I suppose better last minute than never, huh? Anyways, my name's Harold Vance. I'm up in northern Vermont. I train with Grunberg Freifechter, as well as coaching with Bellows Freifechter at a public high school up here. We have a HEMA group. We are a bunch of Meyerites, and so I'm going to be kind of asking you a question and working through an interpretation from a device from Meyer's 1570 Art of Combat. And the device I'm looking at is a device from Key, starting in the Zufechten, or the onset, and it's in point 1.33 in his book here. It's actually in the Vom Tag section, right after the fourth device, and it's in this version here by Jeffrey Forgeng, is labeled a counter against the posture or guard of the day. So it's basically if your opponent is lingering, he goes up to Vom Tag in this high Vom Tag position and he's lingering there, to come in Key, and how to come out of that and engage your opponent. So what I'm looking at here are two different ways, and basically the piece that we've been discussing and kind of trying to interpret correctly here, but have two various ways to interpret it, is the piece that comes out of Key. So he says to lift your hands up, and then as you're stepping forward, to bring your blade near your thigh as you step forward out of that motion. So it's a little unclear in the translation whether he means to bring your hands at that point down and by your thigh as you're stepping forward, to do this larger motion with the arms here, still coming up in this big short edge cut that's going to go up through the scalp line, right? So reversing that, or whether it's to come up and then basically just to unwind these for this cut as the blade comes. My blade is still coming by my thigh. So these are our two different interpretative pieces, and I'd love to know what you guys are thinking. Our thoughts are kind of like it could actually be either. That if we're really far away in the Zufechten and like we've got a lot of distance between us, that it might make more sense to come out of it this way, throw this big huge cut here because it's a lot scarier looking, and then come into the rest of the device. So coming up here, short edge to the opponent's left ear, one low cut into the second low cut, into this Zwerchow. Or if we're a little bit closer, I might actually want to come in with this motion because I can make that happen pretty quickly and it's a little less noticeable, so it doesn't give as much of a toe. So from there, coming up through that scalp line again, to the low cut on this side, to the opponent's left ear, low cut 1, low cut 2, let's work out of that. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Please comment below which one you prefer, why, and then I'll just throw a couple this in both ways. So our interpretation A and interpretation B coming against the Pell here real quick. So interpretation A is come up, this big motion, sweeps through there. Interpretation B, interpretation A, interpretation B, so there you have it. Two different interpretations of the beginning part of Meyer's first device from Key. Again, from the Art of Combat, 1570 1.33. where he's discussing coming in against the position of high Vom Tag in the onset and key. Let us know what you think. Thanks for joining us, and get your videos in. There's 1 day left in the HEMA challenge here for April. You guys can do it. I could do it. You can do it.